stone like that. You can like run along the edge, along the stones. Last time I was here a few weeks ago, my toe was broken. So it feels good right now. I don't have any pain whatsoever, and I'm not even thinking about it. So just keep running on the trail. The fun part is when I'm going down. So these are kind of like the up parts. And you have to like step up. But then it like planes out. Horses are on this trail, that's so cool. And then you get out. So the combination up, down, up, down. Super fun. Hi there.
Oh, she's running too. Oh, I don't know how you guys are doing it.
Keep moving your feet. Yep. Quite literally. You start falling, and the idea is keep one foot in front of the other, even when you're going up. Really great question. One time when I was in Nepal, and if you follow me, you know this story because I said it a bunch of times. But I was running with my pack, and I was trying to get to Dunche before nightfall. So I'm running down the trail. I have knee braces on because last time I had to resort to walking backwards. My knees hurt so bad. So this time I have knee braces on and I'm flying down the trail and I'm listening to this audiobook. It's a free audiobook on Google by Thomas Jacob. Hello. It was on the flow state. And I'm running down this mountain. And I realized, oh my gosh, I'm in a flow state. One foot in front of the other. And I won't fall. So I'm running, I don't even know how fast, down the mountain. And the idea with good knees is just keeping one foot in front of the other. And gravity does the rest. So that's how I taught myself how to trail run. I'm still getting better, but I see a lot of other trail runners and it inspires me a lot, especially those ripped guys with like no shirts. Well, I can't really run without a shirt, but I get the idea. Relatively like low body fat, keep moving, don't slow down. I mean, you get the pace, you get the idea. But yeah, I'm here at Garden of the Gods. I'm doing a 4-mile loop, and I have to use the restroom really badly. Hi. My loop, finding the restroom, and I guess sharing my journey, how I learned how to trail run. Especially in Texas, it's good because there's so many really great parks, but also in Colorado. And like between you and me, it's taken me years to kind of get up to this point. Hello. And for some reason, I told myself that I would never come to Garden of the Gods until I was ready. So I guess like my whole life, secretly, has been to learn how to trail run so that I could come here to trail run. And not just, this one time for the video, right? But like for the rest of my life. Just like whenever you're in Colorado, stop here in Garden of the Gods and go running. Hi. It's such a nice place. I'm surprised it's not a wonder of the world. You would think it would be. Well, the war ended. Supposedly there's a ceasefire in Gaza. So that means humanitarians, such as myself, will be able to go in, which is great. When you hear Garden of the Gods, you get this feeling from everybody. You know, you have like planes flying overhead from local national airports here in Colorado. And we're almost to the restroom, guys. And you get this feeling that we're all kind of here together peacefully. Not one religion over the other, one denomination, one nationality, all just kind of coming together as one human race. And that's super cool, because when you look at a monument like this, you just wonder, what did the ancient people think? And what could possibly our neighbors in the stars think of us? So I guess as a human being, I'm just learning how to utilize natural resources like this to the best of my ability, and to me that was to learn how to run. And of course when I'm summiting mountains as well, it helps a lot because I'm able to have the endurance, the capacity to run up and down hills. Trail running is great though, because it puts that to the test max wise. Up and down super fast, running step by step. But when you're walking 13, 14, 15 miles, it's a little bit slower. So I had to push myself to learn how to trail run, quicken the pace, quicken the steps. Yes, walking, yeah, it gets me where I need to go. But every now and then, you know, I get this urge, this feeling, and I follow that feeling to run. Especially when I'm free to do so. When I'm in a park like this, national park, state park, somewhere out in the desert in Texas.
Lap 1.
That's kind of the goal.
Lap pace 15 minutes 5 seconds. Total 1 mile.
Look at this, guys. This is amazing. That's amazing. I just love the way it looks. It looks like a natural building, like almost like a temple. And when you look at the wall, I mean, sometimes you get the feeling that you're seeing like hieroglyphics.
Workout paused.
Or like ancient hand paths for climbing. Who knows what the culture could have been like around here. Could be that there was a population of like sheep or mountain goat. Those are beautiful formations. I know birds could have even created them. Bats.
Workout resumed.
Maybe all of the above.
That was a great choice.
Found the mushrooms. Hi. So what's up, everybody? I'm here at the Garden of the Gods. Found a restroom. I'm gonna pause, but I'm going to continue on the 4 mile run. See you guys on the other side. My shoes are broken. The soles of my feet are detaching from the shoe, so I'm not sure if I can use these for much longer.
Are you a runner?
Excuse me. Okay, so I got a little lost, but I think I know exactly where I'm at. This is the Sentinel Garden. And that is the other side of the wall that I was telling you guys about. So, I feel like I made the right decision coming back because I'm enjoying my run so much. This is such a, like I'm telling you guys, I like prepared for this. I may not always have the best habits, but I was running every single day on the treadmill in Houston, on trails. In Guatemala, I used to do yoga and martial arts, but here, I think this is like at 1,000 meters, 1,200 meters. So this is just a really cool run for me. And like I said, I trained for it so that I could be ready, so that I could really enjoy it. Because I told
Lap
you.
2. Lap pace 13 minutes 2 seconds.
I told
Total
you.
2 miles. 28 minutes 8 seconds.
I'm a kind of an impatient person, so I get a little bit bored, and I guess I got nervous that I would get in my thoughts while running, but or while walking, while trekking. So I thought, well, you know what? If I'm not on a trek where I'm camping out overnight, and it doesn't matter where I'm ending up, and it's just a day trek, I might as well run it, you know? So that was my reasoning. Look at this.
Workout paused.
So I just learned
Workout resumed.
that the park is named after the man that kind of what's that word? It was a surveyor that it's not renovated the land, but that not tilled the land. What's that word? Cultivated the land? No. What is that word I'm looking for? No, I can't think without. It was the person that developed this land, that initially and originally developed this land. Hello, hi there. Hey. Okay, I have to check and see if I'm on the right trail. But he named this the Garden of the Gods, pretty much after the Greek pantheon, if I'm not mistaken. If he said this would be a great place for godlike men to drink beer, then, and that's what he named it, and apparently he lived
Workout
to
paused.
it. Well, then I'm assuming he read Greek literature and the Stoic philosophers, and that's kind of what he was referring to, because my dad read very similar literature, and I read the same. So this is named Garden of the Gods, and I love it because when I'm here, I feel that way. I feel like I can sit and read the Odyssey or King Agamemnon or something like this, like Shakespeare. Just sit in this natural amphitheater. Anyways, I have to double check and see if I'm on the right trail, because I very well may not be. But the other trail looks like it was taking me to the road, and it looks like there's some cool rock formations over here. So let's just go check it out anyways. Look at that. Look at the way it just juts out like that. It's so cool. And there's a volcano right there in New Mexico, right on the border of New Mexico and Colorado. It's epic. And it's like all this, pretty much we're directly north of Guatemala. So it's like, I think it's like the same range. So great run so far. So I'm about a mile and a half away from where I started. And I'm also on the right track. So I'm gonna keep it that way and find where I am and make this whole loop. Great run. It's really a great way to spend the day, considering I missed Pikes Peak. But hopefully I'll do that tomorrow morning. Anyways, I have to check the maps again. Wow. So a lot of the areas are restricted. You're not actually supposed to climb in the rock formations themselves. They actually, even some of them go into residential homes and neighborhoods.
Workout paused.
Isn't that remarkable? But the park, the road, goes all the way through, you know, the garden, so it's a beautiful. Anyways, I'll try to stay close to the trail.
Workout resumed.
I think I might be getting a little bit tired. I just love being out here. I'm trying to find the balance between running and training and
Workout
resting
paused.
and enjoying the experience.
Paused.
I just can't stop like taking videos and documenting. This is absolutely amazing. So I'm taking a small break
Workout resumed.
because I'm trying to find the balance between training and exercising and also enjoying life, picking my head up, looking around, seeing the park. But look at all these rock formations. This is so cool. I'm obsessed with
Workout
it.
paused.
All right, so my phone is at 10%. Never really have battery, but that means I need to make it back to the car in about the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes. So
Workout resumed.
I'm about that far away running. So let's see if I can take one more really good selfie before I go.
Workout paused.
Like I said, I'm obsessed with these rock formations. I literally just like run to the top of them and I just start standing on some peak and it looks really dangerous. And it probably is. But I'm like at home here. I literally feel at home in these rock formations. It's insane. Super, super fun to visit though. Super, super great. Do you think it would be too terribly bad and I would be like one of the only people that like walked up that and like climbed up onto that? It's a rhetorical question. I'm doing it anyways. You know those videos of people dying and getting in trouble after doing things they were told not to do? Well, this is like one of them.
Workout paused.
But it's one of those things where it's like if people can do it, they will do it. So I think that people are like aware of that. And I just scraped my knee. That's what I get.
Workout resumed.
It's like if it has a point at the top of it, human beings are gonna climb it. It's like we're gonna want to stand on top of it. It's human nature. They probably say that you shouldn't stand on this for safety's sake, but I recommend don't go off the trail if you're not trained, have prior
Workout paused.
experience, or are with a guide. I fall under one of the former. Wow, look at this. Look at this. These formations are beautiful. Look at that, look at that. Now the trail does a really beautiful job actually going along the formations and going through them and in between them. But you're not really allowed to actually climb onto them like this. But I imagine that the indigenous people definitely were. Climbing onto the major rock forms like this, probably camping out at the base and having fires and community gatherings from the north and from the south, from the east and the west. And then what they did was they ran along here, and then very much like the temples in India for certain holidays and stuff, they probably camped out in these rocks like, you know, they were temples, like the sadhus do and the pilgrims do in India. So people have probably been living here for a very long time, and our nature to want to climb these formations is deep within our DNA. So my little break here, my little detour, usually has to do with some sort of like
Workout
anthropological
resumed.
monologue or some sort of like remembering. But
Workout paused.
I'm not the only one running out here today, guys. There's other people. There are other overachievers. But anyways, I want to do this fun thing. I guess, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it creates like almost like a dome, but not quite because these rocks are facing this way. But the rocks over there, they create like a structure as well that goes all along over there. You can see it. Check this out. There's a mountain range over there. I forget what it's called. I don't know what it's called. See, I told you, a lot of residential residential buildings, but I don't know why, and it just looks kind of funny, but they look like turkey tail mushrooms, which I think is super funny. Because that makes me think, I wonder how big mushrooms grew
Workout resumed.
during prehistoric times. So anyways, I have to find my way back to the trail. Look, where are the horses? I have to find my way back to the trail. My shoes are ruined, so there's really no more running on them because the flap now is just folding underneath the foot. So there's not going to be a lot of traction there. So doing things like this, it's not going to be very safe. So time to get back down onto the trail. This sounds kind of out there, but I think I'm experiencing altitude sickness because my head's hurting. Kind of like when I have altitude
Workout
sickness.
paused.
Shit, talking mushrooms. How am I gonna get down? With a broken shoe, no less. Hey, will you hold this for me? Stay right there. Look what I'm reduced to. Look at it. Look what I'm reduced to. I'm kidding. I love this. I love this more than anything in the whole world. It's not even funny. One little stone here and I'm able to hold on to this rock. It's epic. And I'm just going to straddle it because I'm not trying to break a leg because it's a lot deeper than it looks from the other side. Check this out. Look, there it is. But look, it looks like there's a ledge. And it looks like you could even jump down, but then look, that cave down there makes the jump a little bit higher. I'm not trying to break my leg in the middle of this trail. So there we go. Look at that, there goes the pebble again. There's that stone, my little hand grip, I love it. Thank you, stone. Thank you, rock. Hi. At a certain point, I'm just begging to fall. I'm begging to just face plant, but hasn't happened yet. No broken legs. Not until theater, folks. I have to be super careful too, because my shoe is broken. I'm not sure if I got that on video. At this point, I would just say I'm flailing, not even running. Checking the map. Oh my gosh, I'm so out of breath. I love the fall colors. So essentially, I'm learning that trail running is like fancy falling, which secretly, as a child, whenever my parents took me to Stone Mountain, my brother and I would like run down the mountain, like run down the mountain at full speed. It was so fun. So even now, at 28 years old, I'm still doing it. But I had to train, because now I can go longer distances. I can go at higher altitudes, and I can even run up the trail. Because I
Lap
feel
3.
like
Lap pace 16 minutes 40 seconds. Total
a lot
3
of
miles,
power.
44 minutes 49 seconds.
A lot of power comes from being able to run uphill, or it comes from running downhill. So running downhill helps me learn how to run uphill. So, because it'd be kind of silly, right? Just to like walk uphill, or just to run downhill, you know? The little girl was crying on the trail. It was super awkward because I was like, wait, is this little girl alone? That'd be super awkward.
Thinks it's a weird blue thing. Oh, right.
There are some really cool, funny looking vehicles out here. It's just like in Medicine Bow Peak, or like in Kima, with all the beach carts and stuff. I bet everyone checks out nice pedestrians. I wonder if people check it out for the holidays.